Here we are on the outskirts of a city called Chiclayo, Peru. And we're here basically because we got detoured yesterday because of our customs issues in Ecuador. So rather than heading up into the mountains, which we'd hoped to do, we had to take a long run down the Pan American Highway along the coast.
So our plan was to ride through the northern highlands of Peru and essentially not touch the coast until we got to Ushuaia. But because of our force of circumstances, we had to head west and go down the coast.
Jimmy's saying that in the afternoon, there'll be 40 to 50 turtles right in here.
Wow.
Look at these bad boys. Look at that. He says that right now there aren't that many because they're out. Some of them are out next to those boats as the fishermen clean their fish. It's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this area here is exclusive to swimming, so you can jump in
And swim with the turtles.
Yeah, swim with the turtles.
We pulled into this little village along the beach. I swear it looked like we were in North Africa or something at some destroyed camping or resort area.
We found an amazing place called the Star Wars Campground.
When we first pulled in, every one of us said, "There's no way, you guys." And actually, Evan FIRSTMAN talked us into staying.
This place had Burning Man written all over it. It looks like Earth ships. It's rough, it's gritty, it's getting the dirt of Peru on your skin.
The first thing I did is question whether I should use the pillow, and I picked it up. There was mouse infestation in the pillow, and it's pretty exciting. We will talk about this place forever. There is no doubt in my mind.
I think it was perfect accommodations. We had the pyramid shape, which kept all our energies and forces in play. All we needed was some crystals from Sedona and we would have been in touch with our inner selves.
It makes me very happy that these guys enjoyed themselves. A lot of these guys expect a little bit more in terms of accommodations, and that's okay. There's something for everybody. But man, if you want gritty, come here.
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, tea, baby, any way you feel. Hey.
So now we're going to hit the road again and hopefully get back on track. We're going to go back up into the mountains tonight and gain some elevation and get away from the humidity and do some more exploring.
We're no longer on the Pan American Highway. In fact, we're heading more inland in an easterly direction into the Andes Mountains.
You know, the geography of South America, I think, is dead simple. There's the Andes, the Amazon, and Argentina. We left the coast in Cartagena, we touch it once in Peru, and the rest of the time, until we get to Ushuaia, we don't go back to sea level.
We've come 1,000 feet in the last 3/4 of a mile. It's just hairpin after hairpin after hairpin. If this continues, we're going to be above 10,000 real soon.
It is a group trip, but we've had individual journeys. I mean, each person's experience is unique.
You know, my life goes along pretty well, and part of that is just plain good luck, good fortune, and part of that is just drawing on those past experiences to deal with things as they break in life, because they constantly do.
All of us suffer loss of various types. I lost a daughter when she was 13 years old, and after several years of just trying to figure out how I dealt with that, I just decided that the responsibility I had was to live as fully as I could. And this is kind of trying to live in a way that she didn't get to. I'm jamming the list as full as I can, and this I gotta tell you, this is top of the list for me, big time.
as we do, we've got a lot of running that we got to do to go back and forth and behind and in front of the group to get some photos and video. But they all seem to be on the gas as well, and so sometimes there's some hurry up and wait moments and a lot of hurrying, and now we're waiting.
I don't want to be isolated from foreign cultures by a bunch of gringos. I actually want to go out and talk to people and, you know, just talk to these old guys sitting on the wall. I asked them if they're retired. Los años. They've been retired for a long time. Their business now is sitting on that wall and chatting to strangers. I want to meet those people.
And a lot of people that we see when we stop, they want to get on the motorcycle and get their photo taken with us or just the bike.
Well, we met this gentleman, retired guy, then we took his photograph and he took mine and he said he'd like a copy of the photograph.
He doesn't have any email address. He's a retired farmer from Peru. He's like, but can I get a print? We'll go right across the street. We'll get it printed right there. Photo Rodriguez. We can get it printed right now.
He said he'd like a copy of the photograph, so here we are in the local, in Photo Rodriguez, making a copy, and we'll see how it comes out. Muchas gracias. Perfecto, señor.
Te lo regalo.
No,
Sí,
no es posible, señor. No.
Por favor.
Ok, encantado. Muchas gracias, señor. ¿Es bueno? Sí. Muy bueno.
We took a lunch break in a little town called Huamachuco, which is at about 8,000 feet. And in the last 25 miles, we've climbed up to over 13,600. And so we're overnighting here at a beautiful lake that was recommended by some locals, but they didn't tell us about the altitude. And I'm a little concerned about some of the guys. It's a real rapid adjustment from sea level yesterday morning to 13,500 today.
There is the forks, the knife, there is in the trailer. Colita de cuadrilla with wine and vegetables.
Well, from a standpoint of what we initially envisioned, we certainly haven't been camping as much as I had both hoped and foreseen. The furious pace, the late nights, we've spent a lot more time in hotels than I wanted to, but we've snuck in a few camping nights.
I can't help it, I keep getting older, but the girls all stay the same age. I wouldn't trade this life of mine like a dog wouldn't trade a bone. Rolling down the road with my friends and helps get me home.
This is the beginning of a really adventurous segment for us. Northern Peru, the real high mountain passes. We're gonna hit some pretty gnarly dirt roads and rocky roads in the next few days.
Peru has been such a variation of the types of riding. The length of time that it took to traverse a certain distance is double or triple than what you think it would be. And the roads can be rough dirt roads, sandy, gravel, very challenging all the way.
We are seriously out in the middle of BFE Peru. And this is actually a main road. This is considered a fast road. And it's a one-lane road that's just been hacked into the side of the mountain. It's pretty well traveled and it's decently maintained, but man, this is some rugged landscape. And way above the tree line, I haven't seen a tree for a day and a half. And this is pretty crazy, man. It's one of the most rugged countries I have ever visited. The raw, massive nature of the mountains and the narrow little roads that require every ounce of your concentration to just keep it on the line. A real measure of prosperity of a country is their infrastructure, and this whole region has but one or two paved roads, and everything else is like this. You think about the cost of tires and wear and tear on their cars and stuff like this. It's Peru's a tough country. So we are high in the Andes in some rugged ass terrain. And I'm following our Quigley van, which has been performing admirably. And it is tugging along behind it, our Shut Industries X-Venture trailer. We got 2 guys on GSs in front, and me and Tiberio Esparza are bringing up the rear, and we're just kind of watching things, making sure that everything's stable. And this is really, really rugged stuff up here. We're at 14,300 feet. We are about 50 feet higher than anything that exists in the United States that you can take a vehicle up, and we're still climbing. This is so extraordinary.